What are you two? It's your boy King Aubrey.
And you, Drea.
Yo guys, you don't understand how long it took us to just to record the intro, yo. We haven't done YouTube in a minute.
And your girl, Drea.
Alright guys, we kind of have to keep on the low because you know what I'm saying, my son's sleeping. But anyways, what's goody with the hoodie?
With the hoodie with the goodie.
Yeah, you know the vibe. Alright.
And we're back.
We're back, yeah. How many times am I gonna say we're back? Holy fuck.
I don't know.
Alright guys, before we played the whole clips and videos of the whole pregnancy and everything and the delivery, I just want to explain that guys, me and Drea kind of had to move things pretty quick. We had to move out. I had to work more hours, like, you know what I'm saying? Things were kind of like
rough.
It was like a rush. It was rough, and it was like a big rush, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we didn't really have the chance to really vlog and record most of it. But we have videos, memories, footage, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. I don't even know how to say it, but.
And to be honest, I wasn't really in the mood at all. Like my whole pregnancy was just down. No?
Yeah, it was.
To be honest,
it was tough for her for sure. Like,
yeah.
You was sleeping a lot.
In the mood all day.
Like she was not in the vibes, being no camera for sure. Like
no.
Straight up.
If you guys ask me how many pregnancy photos I have like 10.
Better than 0. No cap. How did you feel when you find out that you were pregnant?
I was nervous and happy at the same time.
Word.
Because as you guys know, like I am a teen mom, and
yeah.
I was happy because it's something we both wanted.
Facts.
Since we met, kinda we both like wanting to have kids already. But I was more scared about telling my parents. As you guys saw in the other video, I was like hella nervous to tell my parents about that. I was hella nervous but happy at the same time.
Word.
And like I said, during my whole pregnancy I was just in the mood. Like I wasn't really like feeling it at all. Like I was happy I was pregnant, but I was like in a mood, especially with him all day.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. It was tough.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining though.
Yeah. And yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say from our perspective, so I was actually in a different city because for my job they sent me like 3 hours ahead, like away from the city that we live in, because you know I do my little security type of thing. So yeah, so I had to find out through a FaceTime call. Angela wasn't feeling good. She was feeling sick. She did like probably like 5 pregnancy tests and they were all negative, like no bullshit.
Yeah.
And I think she went to go do her blood test. That's right.
Yeah, and I did my blood test and they told me, well, I'm pregnant. I was 7 weeks pregnant. So it was a shock.
I just remember picking up the phone call at work, and then Drea was like, she was crying. She was like, I hate you. And I was like, the fuck?
I think I even told it to my grandma.
You did?
Yeah, because she was saying the whole time, you're pregnant, you're pregnant.
Man, everybody was saying she was pregnant. No bullshit.
Yeah.
You didn't peep out your work.
Yeah.
No cap. So yeah, so I was like, what the fuck? Like this is really gonna happen? Like I finna be a pops, like for real, like, you know? It was actually crazy, like feeling.
Like I would have done like a surprise like gift and everything, but I was so nervous that I just like called him and just told him the news. Like I couldn't believe it, so I just called him and told him right away.
Right.
So at the time I was living with my parents, and after that I moved out. Right. Because we wanted to start our family, right, in a different, well, you know, different home. And it was hard because it was like all super fast. Like me moving out of my parents, me finding out I'm pregnant, me like I'm gonna be a mom. Like I had to change everything. And yeah, even if you're dating your partner for a long time, like moving in with someone is completely different. So like there were so many changes going on. And it was kind of hard for us at the beginning.
It was.
Yeah. It still is. We're still adapting, but we're here.
And we had the whole like moving out situation. I'm not even gonna go into that topic. It's such a big story, but we had to move out and everything, and you know, we didn't really have time. Plus she wasn't feeling so well, so that's why we didn't really record more stuff or like vlog or anything like that. And we took a big break from YouTube. And then let's get to the point. Like, how was the delivery?
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about that, man.
So we had moved in to my parents 2 weeks before I was scheduled to give birth.
Right.
So my due date was supposed to be May 21st, and so we moved in 2 weeks before or 3 weeks before because I wasn't already feeling good. So we moved in, and
right.
we were staying there.
Okay, I'm just gonna explain.
Yeah,
so why we moved in is because I'm working like 12 hours and I'm working from 10 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted Andrea to like be comfortable and
Just
be
in case
around,
something happened.
right, and be around her family member, just in case something, like she could right away go to the hospital or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Just like so she could be safe.
And
so,
because also when I like during my pregnancy, I was having like some weird like the heart palpitations, is that called?
word.
I even had to go to the hospital, I think twice about it. Yeah, no?
Yeah.
And I stayed overnight because my heart was racing 150 and I couldn't like breathe and stuff, so for safety we just wanted to move in with my parents.
That was actually weird. Like it was beating like hella fast.
Yeah.
Shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
I was actually stressing, like no cap.
Yeah, I was throwing up everything and like couldn't breathe. I was just worried about the baby more than myself, to be honest.
That's true, that's true.
Yeah, because if I don't have oxygen, the baby doesn't have oxygen. But thank God he was fine, and then I'm fine.
Right. And I explained the story how we found out that you were giving birth that day. Like,
Okay. So I was, like I said, I was supposed to be scheduled for induction May 21st because the baby was too big.
right.
But I ended up having him naturally May 16, so a week before my schedule. So I was in the kitchen with my family, and then out of the sudden I just feel like I peed, or like there was, sorry guys, our camera died,
So
but we have another one.
Yeah, we're gonna use the other camera.
Yeah.
Where do we left off? I forgot.
When my water broke.
Water broke. Where?
So we were in the kitchen and I started like feeling like little drops coming. So I asked my mom, like, am I peeing myself? Because when you have a baby and he's sitting in your bladder, sometimes sometimes your pee comes out and you don't notice it's pee. So I was wondering if it was that, because I wasn't scheduled for until another week, right? So then she's like, okay, go check yourself. But like everyone was just staring at me, so I go check myself and I actually peed. So I was like, no mom, it was pee. So I come out of the bathroom and it happened again, but this time it was like a lot, and everyone was just like, oh my god, your water just broke. So I went downstairs because we were staying at the basement at the time.
Right.
I went downstairs and I called him right away. I FaceTimed him, but my water kept leaking like a lot. Like it was non-stop. It wasn't like in the movie that it's just one time and that's it. No, for me it was like kept leaking. So I called in. I was like, I think my water just broke. And then boom, again, water leak.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And I was like, my water just broke. And he was at work and he just came to the house.
Said fuck that, and I just got into my truck. I pulled up quick.
He was thinking the baby was just gonna come out now.
Man, I don't know how this shit work.
Yeah. So I went to go take a shower, but I was still leaking. I had pads. What the fuck is wrong with our cameras?
Oh, it's okay, just hurry.
Okay. So I had 2 pads on, like 2 of the big pads, and water was still leaking out of that. So that's how much water was leaking. And then I took a shower, went to the hospital. They told us no, because I was not having contractions. They said no, just come later.
Word, man, that was fucked up.
So they sent us home because of the COVID rules. There was no room for us, and because of the COVID rules, they needed like space.
Right, so we had to go back like 2 hours later, 2 or 3.
2 or 3 hours later, yeah.
Word, so we came back and then like it was a long night. Like, anyways, you guys gonna see most of the footage because I have certain footage I vlogged. But yo,
we got to the hospital at 10.
Yeah.
And I kept leaking. Like it was obvious my water had just broken, and
she was not dilating. Sorry to cut you off, but she wasn't dilating.
I had no contractions at all. That's why like they had sent us home, because I wasn't in pain. Then we were at the hospital, and around 12 they induced me because I had no pain, no contractions, just the water leaking. They induced me, and I started having the contractions, and it was a whole night, no sleep. pain.
I kind of slept. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
slept. He slept.
I
I was sleeping as well, but like I was sleeping but not resting, if that makes sense. Because I was having pain until I asked for the epidural.
Right.
I had to ask for it, and that made me rest a little bit more.
Right.
And yeah, for me, the experience of delivering, it was nice, but it wasn't as, for me, it wasn't as like what people say, like, oh my god, it's so painful, I can't feel like they kind of regret having babies because it was so painful. For me, it wasn't like that, but everyone has different experiences.
Like, for sure, everybody goes through differently. Some women feels pain, some feel less. I feel like it was the epidural, it was really strong. Like, I feel like that's why it didn't really hurt her.
Yeah, but to be honest, putting the epidural hurted more than the contractions I was having.
What the fuck?
Yeah, remember? Because you feel just cold, like the needle in your back. Oh my god.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, guys, so yeah, basically we stayed there all night, and then obviously Isa was born at 2
in the afternoon.
2 in the afternoon. I'm gonna like try to wrap it up a little bit because I don't want to make it too long, and the battery's gonna die again. Sorry, man. Both cameras
are dead.
Like dead, basically. Our life really, it feels different being parents, you know what I'm saying? Especially being like younger, like, you know, people kind of look at you certain type of way, like, and they look young, you know what I'm saying? And our whole routine is different. Like, before I just wake up, go shower, go to work. Now it's like, get up, I gotta change my son's diaper, you know what I'm saying? And woo woo woo. And this feels a bit different because, like, I feel like my son's growing fast because I'm always at work, so I don't really get to see my son much. So every time I see him in the morning, he looks different. And most a lot of parents out there, like pops or like moms, even though, you know what I'm saying, dad or mom who works a lot, they know what I'm trying to say. Kids grow fast, and especially if you're working a lot of hours, it's like you're missing out in a way, you know. But I'm grateful I got days off, I would say, get to see my son, you know. So yeah.
So our baby's name is Isa.
Middle name is Malik
Aubrey. So Isa Malik Aubrey, and he was 4 kilos 20 grams, 53 centimeters. 53 centimeters.
Word. He was big.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't big, but he was big.
Actually, in the delivery, they did tell me it was probably gonna be C-section.
Word.
Because I was also not dilating when they had induced me.
Word. Yeah.
And it was already like 14 hours since I was in labor. Like, not the pushing area, not the pushing part. Like, labor means like since the contractions and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And because he was too big. So there was like 3 reasons why I would have gone C-section, but thank God I didn't. Because we don't know how to recover from that. Like, my family, no one had C-section, so we wouldn't have known. And yeah.
That's about it. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Alright, guys, now we had like this whole like little clips of her pregnant all the way to delivery, and some footage of my son, obviously. So we'll let you guys enjoy, you know what I'm saying? And then
see you guys soon.
We'll catch you guys in another video, you feel me? Pow!
I'm kind of nervous. I'm not really nervous. I can't even see with my glasses. I open it. Close your eyes. I don't know. No, it's gonna be inside. Watch. I can't take it off. Oh, I think he's gonna stay right there. No, it's right here. Ready? Ready? Okay, let's close our eyes. Okay, it's like this, okay? Oh, I see that. No, go over here. Okay, oh, is this right there? Okay, ready? 1, ready? 2, 3. I told you! I told you! I told you!
What are you too? Your mama. She's kind of in a mood right now. You can see your mother. Look at your mother.
You're so annoying.
You see? She's in the mood. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I get it. She's going through pain. How you feeling, baby? Good chill. She mad. G is looking at my foot still, you know what I'm saying? Alright, all jokes aside, I gotta get comfortable still, because we don't know how long we're gonna stay in here, you know what I'm saying? Alright, guys. So this is the room, you know what I'm saying? We're waiting for the little baby to come out still. Actually, he's a big baby. They say he's a big baby. Not too big, though, but he's a big baby still. So I'm assuming that's where they're gonna keep the baby. Guys, I don't really know anything about pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? This is my little chilling spot still, you know? We're gonna vibe. How you feeling, mama?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. You excited?
Yes.
To meet a beautiful son? Yes, sir. It's hot, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, guys, it is currently right now 2 in the morning. They said the baby will probably come before 7 in the morning. So I'm definitely gonna, pull up an all-nighter. She's in pain as well. So I ordered food, and I'm just waiting for the food, but yeah. As you can see, she's in pain right now. She's having contraction. Okay, babe. Yeah, I'm trying to make you feel better. Yeah, no, real talk. She's having pain. Contractions, they call it. You're gonna be fine, mama. Huh? Which way?
The phone.
Which way? Like facing you?